Tribe, friends, and family. It's your girl 144 Priestess. I'm here today for an eclipse reading. Keep in mind, no matter what reading it is, it's always collective and it's always general. So just take what resonates with you, leave what doesn't for the next person. Now, we just had that full moon in Taurus. It was a lunar eclipse. And now when we have a lunar eclipse, it is basically light being shed on the collective shadow. So a lunar eclipse is the Earth's shadow. All right, so there's a lot of shifts in the collective. You're really going to see this for the next 6 months or so. All right, so this is going to be a reading for your next 6 months to see where are we going from here. We have the 1111 portal that's coming up. I believe it's tomorrow, actually. So we have the 1111 portal coming up. That's bringing a lot of alignment. It's bringing divine union. It's bringing manifestation, all right? And a lot of this portal, it's aligning you with your fate. It's aligning you with your soul purpose, all right? Bringing you exactly where you're supposed to be, where you need to be. All right, sending so much love to all of your journeys. If you would like a personal reading, an Akashic Records session, a one-on-one session, or anything else, please feel free to check out the box below. It has my website and my email. The entire website is 15 to 25% off for Scorpio season. Let's get right to the reading. This is a collective reading, so it's going to be for everyone. Divine Mother, Divine Father, what do we have for the collective today for an eclipse reading? What do we have coming for the collective for the next 6 months? For the next 6 months, what do we have as an eclipse reading? There it goes, the moon over there. You do have flower of life, divine creativity, and manifestation. It's bringing in all of your manifestations. You have the lunar queen, she of the celestial crescent, the lunar queen. We did have that full moon in Taurus with the lunar eclipse. Really activating the collective Taurus North Node, which is activating your North Node. Check out where you have Taurus in your chart because it will be affecting those areas of your chart, of your life. Also, just check out your North Node. You're coming into your karmic destiny, all right? And you're closing out one cycle with that moon energy to bring in the new. We're going to grab another card over here. All right, so cycles, honoring your cycles, yes. And then we have Lilith, face the shadow. Beautiful Lilith energy. She's really present for, she's always present, but she's really present for Scorpio season. All right, and this is a perfect energy of the Earth's shadow. Look at that. The full moon lunar, the moon eclipse is illuminating light onto the Earth's shadow. Lilith, face your shadow. All right, so what are we doing for the next 6 months? Whenever you come across this video, is as a collective, individually, we're all purging out the shadow. We are all what's unknown, right? What's denied, what's been suppressed for lifetimes within our own selves is coming out, is being brought into the light so we can step into our power, so you can step into your authenticity. But the authentic version of you that leads from the heart space, right over here, touching something new, that authentic version of you, your highest truth, right? We're never releasing, what is it called? There's a quote it is that's coming to mind. The journey of you finding yourself is just discarding all the parts of you it is that you're not. All right, we have touching earth, touching something new, planting something new. For this full moon in Taurus lunar eclipse, it's bringing in something brand new, a whole brand new version of you. So embrace the journey of getting to know yourself. Embrace the journey of things coming up about your own self, within your own self that you didn't even know existed. What this portal is really doing is bringing you into your authentic self, your authentic soul purpose. By bringing up different situations in your life, in the world, bringing up different triggers. Look at that, releasing lower self, okay? The triggers, which are connected to our lower selves, all right? It's releasing the lower self. There's definitely a collective shed, a collective clearing, a kundalini, especially with the Lilith energy. There's a Kundalini rising in the collective, right? And Kundalini is just ascension. It's just the awakening. We're going through an awakening, but it's through the Kundalini rising. So the serpent rises in the collective, rises for us, right? The root chakra, which we have an individual root chakra. There's also a collective root chakra. So for these next 6 months, for this eclipse energy, what it's doing is it's activating that Kundalini, whether that's individual, collective, or both, however you perceive it. Just for your journey, it's a collective message. You got to go through the root chakra. That's your deepest fears. It's your chaos. It's the suppressed rage, anger. Then you get to the sacral chakra. And so what we're doing is we're releasing the lower self to step into your higher self. What other message do we have? Releasing the lower self, releasing all the parts of you that are inauthentic, that were not yours to begin with, that maybe, look at that, 8-8, path of least resistance, choose ease and grace. And then you have on the bottom of the deck, divine feminine, queen, 8-8. All right, there's a lot of 8-8 energy, and that's the energy of karma, of destiny, of fate. The Lion's Gate energy, right? Coming into soul purpose, coming into who you are. What did you reincarnate here to do? And not even that, right? But what did you reincarnate here to embody? And how are you going to do that? You're being given the opportunity right now to step onto that path, right? To walk away from this path. So there's a lot coming up right now. Again, releasing lower self. You quite literally have Lilith. You have the Lunar Queen, which is probably the darker aspect of Isis, or that shadow aspect. So you're releasing all of this. It's all coming up to be brought into the light so that you can step into who you actually are. Planting something new. All right. Right now, these seeds are sown. The seeds are sown because a brand new version of you 6 months from now is going to emerge. And it's already starting. But you'll keep seeing this energy for that next 6 months into, say, May. All right, can I have one more message for the collective for this eclipse message? One more message for the collective for this eclipse message. Surrender. Such a big energy. And that's what it is surrender. Lose control. Scorpionic and stepping through into something new, into that new paradigm. Scorpionic energy is all about patriarchy. It's all about like the system. It is about control in a sense, right? That shadow aspect of the Scorpio. And you're being asked right now to release all control. You may even feel a little bit out of control. This world has experienced chaos in its own, for its own reasons, right? Like it's prophecy that there will be more chaos because there's more light, because there's more awakening, there's more shift and more change. But right now in your life, you're being asked to surrender all control and trust that you're being led exactly where you need to be. And sometimes it's not the way we want it to be. Sometimes it's not, it's releasing your will, releasing a lot of ego right now in the collective, and shadow, purging all of that out so that we can align exactly with our soul purpose, so we can be aligned with that north node, so we can be aligned with our higher self, releasing lower self over here, especially with masculine energy, deep masculine healing right now. You may identify as a physical masculine, like as a man. It's also just the masculine energy within. Why? Because the feminine is rising. We've been living in a world that's been controlled by the masculine, that's been living in a masculine energy, whether you're feminine or masculine. And that's not how you create. The greatest and highest creation comes from the feminine energy. So we're having a feminine rising, which is meaning that our inner masculine is surrendering. If you are identifying as a divine or sacred masculine, you may feel this extra in your life because you're being asked to surrender that masculine. All right, do not come face up. I'm going to grab a 1-card energy. Can I have a 1-card energy for this eclipse reading? 1-card energy. You have the King of Wands over here. All right, what's the King of Wands for this eclipse energy? 2 of Cups. Temperance, all right? Reaching that alchemy. You have 7 of Wands over here, which is kind of like putting down the protective shield. Thank you. which is kind of putting down the protective shield. You do have Two of Cups, so there could be a focus on the connections around you. That song, Inner Peace, by something choir is coming to mind. But the King of Wands, Two of Cups, and Temperance. There is a balance coming to the connections around you. Let me clarify each one. Why the King of Wands here? Six of Coins. Why the Two of Cups? Eight of Wands. So something's coming in for sure. All right, be open and ready to receive this eclipse. You know, and this is really a reading for the next 6 months, you know. During these times, there's a lot of release. There's a lot of purging. With that release and purge, like, just have the understanding too that that is going to be replaced. Be open and ready to receive higher, because that's what the universe is asking of you right now. The universe is saying it's higher. It's higher. It's either higher or it's new. What do we have for the Temperance card? Queen of Coins. All right. Why the Queen of Coins with the Temperance? Five of Cups. Nine of Cups over here. So you can, at this time, be bringing balance to the connections around you. You do have the Five of Cups there with the Ten of Swords, all right? So there could have been a connection over here. It is a masculine, feminine energy, but there could have been a connection where there was some sort of pain, maybe some sort of melancholy or sad ending. Why do we have the Six of Coins with the King of Wands? Three of Wands. Why do we have the Eight of Wands with the Two of Cups? Five of Wands. Okay, so there is definitely some healing in the connections around you this season. And it's to align you to these soulmates, aligning you to the brothers and sisters, to the opportunities that match your vibration or frequency. All right, so expect a lot of things to change. Yes, during this full moon eclipse, but it's going to last 6 months. Okay, so that's why we're being asked to surrender control. You know, even now, right, the things that you see in opportunities and places and people, those things are still going to shift. You have 5-5, which is change over here. It looks like there's like a Queen of Coins. There's a masculine, feminine energy here. It feels like there's going to be some conflict and also some sort of sadness that may come in the connections around you. Again, it's Mars retrograde, which is going to act like a Mercury retrograde. There's going to be miscommunications. There's going to be those difficult conversations. It's going to ask you to face conflicts within your own self, but also focusing out of yourself to bring love to every situation. So it is going to test us in those ways. However, number one, it's making room. Two, it is asking for you to be all of you and to step into all of you for your connections. Why the Five of Cups? The Wheel, Knight of Cups. Okay, so the reason why this is happening is because the wheel, look at that, the Sun card, that wheel is about to turn and something's coming in. Three of Wands over here is the energy of expansion. So you're being given a chance to expand, whatever that is for you. You have the Knight of Coins on the bottom of the deck, so don't rush this process. And it's going to be different for everyone, but there's a chance to expand. Expanding like your own self, but really what it is expansion of consciousness. I feel like there's going to be some sort of conflict that comes in with someone that's being asked, that you're being asked to bring peace to the situation, to bring love to the situation. And it might be testing. Why the Five of Wands? Why the Five of Wands with the Eight of Wands? Eight of Wands, yeah. Something's coming in here. We have that King of Wands energy. It's a Queen of Coins. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And you have the Four Swords over here, so bringing peace and rest to the situation. Something's going to come up. And it's coming up in this way. Again, it does feel like some sort of, someone is hurt here. This is an opportunity for you to face conflict head on. And to have those difficult conversations, to bring peace and love to a situation. As you pass this test, because this test is coming for you, this is, you know, it's much bigger than just this conflict. Like, this is asking for you to expand as a person, for you to expand your heart, the way that you maybe even perceive other people, the way that you perceive, the way that you perceive, I'm getting perception. Like there's some sort of awakening with this energy, right? There's some sort of conflict here. There's someone that's hurt, and it's going to ask for you to actually face this. This is a chance for you to expand on who you are, and with that, so passing this test, we have something coming in. The wheel turns for you. Why the Knight of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune? The King of Cups and the Magician. All right, so you're calling in something new. It's also, look at that, the World card. It's calling in a brand new version of you, especially regarding the masculine. The next few months is like leading into 2023. Divine masculine, sacred masculine, you are rising. But it's also that energy within. So like, for example, me as a feminine, my masculine within is rising and changing and rebirthing as well, and awakening. But you're calling something in over here. Why the King of Cups with the Magician energy? Look at that. Awakening. Brand new. The Chariot and the Sun. Now, the card, the Chariot, yes, it's something coming in. I always think of the book of Ezekiel when I see the card, the Chariot. And really what I think of, like when it comes to Egypt, is the Merkaba. Because the Chariot is actually ascension. And so it's said in many different cultures that there's different variations of this chariot, right? And it's the story of the Merkaba. So it's really you ascending from one, say, reality, right? From one state of consciousness and ascending and rising into the next. For the King of Wands and the Six of Coins here, you're being given an opportunity to rise. It's not always up to us what that opportunity is. When we think of opportunities to rise and to do better and to be greater, right? We're thinking of that love and light stuff. I do feel like there's some sort of conflict over here that's asking for you to be present. It's asking for you to face this conflict. But it's also asking for you, while it is in this type of way, it is that, you're being asked to rise and to higher. It is through some sort of conflict and some sort of facing of it. There is the masculine and feminine energy here. So it could be a masculine and feminine. Just take it as it resonates. But this is what ultimately leads you into the higher. All right, there's definitely some sort of awakening here, but it's also leading you to a life that is higher, a life that resonates with that higher vibration over here with the Sun. We're going to get one more clarification. Why the Sun card with the Chariot? Why the Sun card with the Chariot? Why the Sun card with the Chariot? Beautiful. Slow and steady wins the race. That's what this is saying here. Slow and steady wins the race. Knight of Coins, Page of Cups, Ten of Cups. It's those little things that are leading to your ultimate fulfillment. Those little things leading to your ultimate fulfillment. Being open to those small steps. Being open to the journey of coming into that Ten of Cups. Okay, because this is here. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy those small little things that lead up to that, all right? So the main message here, it's those little things, right? So those little conversations that you have with people, the little facing of conflict, those little moments where you're like, wow, I just did that. I just faced something that was hard for me to face. I just integrated that shadow. Whatever that is, everything that you're doing is leading you to the ultimate fulfillment. Ten of Cups, I see that as a life of living and soul purpose. Although it's not the Ten of Pentacles, which people see as abundant, I see this as one of the most abundant cards in the deck because that's your ultimate fulfillment within, which will manifest without. But just be open to the journey of that. Be open to seeing those little things that are actually helping you get there that maybe you don't necessarily deem as that or usually see as that. All right, there's a lot of awakening. I'm getting a lot of appreciation and a lot of gratitude as well. So much releasing of control. But when we release the control of our ego, of our strongholds or whatever it is, and we let love lead the way, it's beautiful and it's magical exactly where it leads us. All right, let me grab just one card of final advice. Seven of Cups, be open to multiple and infinite possibilities, all right? There's multiple ways to get there. That's what's coming up right away. There's multiple ways to get there, multiple ways to do it, and there's just multiple streams. All paths lead home, and be open to more. Be open to higher. There are infinite possibilities, not only within you, but infinite possibilities that are manifesting for you. Be open to releasing some of your self-limiting beliefs and understanding that there's always a way, that there's so much more and there's so much higher. That's what I have for you. I hope that resonates. This eclipse season is bringing a lot of change, but it's all for our highest good. We do have that Mars retrograde. It's until March, okay? So that Mars retrograde is going to go for most of that eclipse 6 months after, like, shadow season, post-shadow, I guess you could say. Courage, you are safe. Fear is an illusion. Set strong boundaries. Yeah, the boundary setting is going to be necessary. You have awareness on the bottom of the deck. As you rise each level, right? So as we ascend, this level, this new level we're at, it requires different boundaries. It requires a different play, right? I'm thinking like football and stuff. It requires a different play. What worked at this level is not going to work at this level. So it requires a new version of us and new boundaries each and every time. Have courage to embrace change. Have courage to step into the higher. Have courage to be in the unknown in between them. You are safe. Fear is only an illusion. And set those strong boundaries. I'm going to grab 2 more cards and I'll send you on your way. If you would like a Akashic Records session, dives into your soul purpose and past lives, a one-on-one session, or a personal reading, we have all those Scorpio season deals. No coupon code is needed. Feel free to check out the website. Divine Mother, Divine Father, a card of advice, achievement, effort plus intention. Yes, we're setting those intentions. It's also going to require your effort. The effort is the inner work you're doing to vibrationally align with your manifestations, align with, and again, there's a lot of fate and destiny energy here, aligning with the higher version of you, your highest truth. But it takes that effort. You have trust the niggle, okay? And what that is trust that little feeling inside of you. Whatever's triggering you is giving you a message. Whatever your gut feeling is giving you a message. Trust that. Face what needs to be faced. You know, behind your fear is your destiny. But you're being asked to face your fears. Just earlier on TikTok, I was giving a message of like from myself. And like, for example, I've been here online for the past 2 years. 5 or 7 years ago, one of my fears was talking to people and was being seen, you know, and sharing my voice. But behind that fear of me doing that was what makes me happy. It was that abundance. It was that service, that soul purpose. But first I had to go through the fear of actually speaking to a crowd, of actually speaking on camera, you know? And so that's just one example of how fear, your soul purpose can truly be behind what it is that you fear. Your soul purpose, your greatest abundance is behind the shadow work. It's behind that insecurity to speak. It's behind the parts of you that you deem unlovable or unworthy. It's behind what triggers you. All of that. And you're being guided to step into your North Node. You're being guided to step into your power. And while there's so much going on in the world, while there can be so much going on within, all of it is divinely aligning and supporting you exactly where you need to be and to embody exactly who it is that you are authentically. That's what I have for you. I hope that this resonates. I love you, and I hope that you have a great day.